Construct an isosceles triangle whose base is 8 centimeter and the altitude is 4 centimeter. And then another triangle whose side are 1.5 times the corresponding side of the isosceles triangle. Give the justification of the construction. A small request, please watch the other videos, that is the basic videos of the construction, then proceed. Don't start in the middle. Okay, so let's understand this logic. First thing is, let's talk about the scale factor. So it's in mixed ratio, so we have to convert it to 1 into 2 plus 1, that is 3 by 2. Improper fraction. Basically, we are looking at the new triangle to be bigger than the old triangle, is it not? So that's the first thing we need to come to a conclusion. New triangle is bigger than old triangle. Next thing is, we are talking about isosceles triangle. So what is the property of an isosceles triangle? A triangle is said to be an isosceles triangle if a pair of sides, there are 3 sides to a triangle, right? If a pair of sides are equal, if not 2 angles are equal in the given triangle, then it's an isosceles triangle. There's one more property, that from the vertex containing the equal sides, like in this case point A, from A if we drop a perpendicular line, it will bisect the base. It will cut the base into 2 equal half. So basically point A will be on a perpendicular bisector. So this is a perpendicular bisector, right? So these are your initial things that we need to know. Now let's look at the construction. How do we do it? First thing is, I'll talk about how to construct an triangle with base 8 centimeter. So we have AB, that's 8, and now the altitude is 4. That is, if I take AP, P as your altitude, AP as your altitude, this is 4 centimeter. So basically we are looking at a perpendicular line, and which is also the midpoint of AB. So how to do this? Basically we are looking at a perpendicular bisector. Is it not? A perpendicular bisector is your altitude as well. So these fundamental things you need to know before you do anything. So let's draw a perpendicular bisector. How do you do that? Take more than half, cut 2 arcs from B, cut 2 arcs, and you have your perpendicular bisector, something like this. And this is of length 4. So from point P, cut 4. So let's call this as B. And this is C, and that is A. So this would be your triangle ABC. This is of 4 centimeter. Remember that. This entire length is of 8 centimeter. Join all of the sides and we have an isosceles triangle. Now we need it to be the new triangle to be 3.5 times. That is, it is of length 3 if BC is of length 2. So for that we need to draw a scale BX on which we are going to construct or draw 3 arcs of equidistant, which are of equal distance, and join C to B3. Oh sorry, not B3, B2. Why B2? And why we need 3? Why we need 3 of this? First let us talk about this. Why B3? Because the maximum of 3 and 2 is 3. And why is that we are drawing from B2 to C? Because the denominator is 2, so we are doing that. And next is, this line had to be extended. And we need to draw a line parallel to B2C. And this line had to be extended. And from C dash we need to draw a line which is parallel to AC. So this is A dash, C dash. So this is your required diagram, okay? Right? The same procedure as before, drawing parallel lines and all of that. So only difference is this. So this is important for this particular question. Okay, let's have a look at the actual construction. We'll understand things better over there. I already drawn a line. So that length would be, base is 8 centimeters, so that length would be 8. So with compass, measure 8. Again, one end hold the compass and compress or press your other end, and we have 8 centimeter. So that is your 8 centimeter. That is point C. And next is we are drawing the perpendicular bisector by taking more than half. Can you see that it's more than half? Then cut two arcs, and from point C again, be sure of you're doing it right. So we have your perpendicular bisector. So join those 2 points. Not able to see the other point, but yeah, you guys know where the arc intersect. That's the first point, and above is the second point, and that's it. So basically that. So now again, we should use compass to measure 4 centimeter. Don't use the scale directly. So it was a bit less, and that would be your 4 centimeter. I'm trying to get it right. Again, you also should try it. Again, it won't take so much of time because of, again, there's so many things now in and around there. So you're not able to get it right at one go. If not, it's not that hard. That would be your 4 centimeter. Can you see that? And now we are to join that point, and we have triangle ABC. So it has to be extended because the new triangle is bigger than the old one. So we need to draw a longer side, which I missed. I guess I was concentrating on drawing the isosceles triangle. Okay, all well and good. We have our isosceles triangle. Right, clear? Let's move on to, yes, drawing an acute angle. Since we're just looking at 3 sections, not a big deal. So 1, 2, and that is too much actually. 1, 2, and 3. Again, try to see to that the point which we need to connect are close by, and it has big enough space so that you can draw parallel lines. If not, things will go wrong. So that would create your B2 and C line. So from B3 we need to draw a line which is parallel to this particular line. So first thing is, let's replicate this. Then wherever the arcs met, the angle arms, no, not arms, angle's arm. Okay, that's what I meant. Where the arc meets the angle's arm, that length we need to take. And cut. Okay, I hope you guys are used to drawing perpendicular lines. They're not perpendicular, parallel lines. Because it is used pretty much everywhere in such questions, right? So join that, and we have our required parallel line. Again, try to verify So you can see over there, they are parallel, right? These two are parallel. Okay. Next thing is a parallel line from C dash. So clearly it is a lot longer. We need a longer line. So I'm realizing that, and now I'm doing it. So that would be your required line, right? Again, we can't just do it. You can't use scale and do it. We need to use our compass. First thing is we're trying to draw an arc at both ends. Then measure those 2 points. And we have our required second point. Almost there. Still, now we have the required second point. So try to verify if things are right. So they look parallel. Yeah, they look parallel. That's good enough. And let's draw the line, and we have our isosceles triangle, which is 1.5 times that of the original triangle. So that would be our answer. Only new thing is how to draw an isosceles triangle. You guys need to understand that. So coming back, we have steps of construction. So again, we are not talking about the triangle. Should we talk about the triangle? Okay, so let's name them ABC. So we can talk about the triangle first. Draw BC and bisect it using perpendicular bisector. Measure 4 centimeter height along the perpendicular bisector. Join AB, AC. So that would be about the triangle. So that would complete. That's the 0th step over here. And the first step is draw same thing, BX, making an acute angle with BC on the side opposite to that of A. Locate how many points? 3, right? 3 points. The gradation of the numerator and denominator. So B1 to B3 is what we need to mark. B1, B2 and B3 on BX, so that the distance between the neighboring points are equal. Join B2C. B2C determined by the denominator, and a line through B3 parallel to B2C, intersecting BC at C dash. And then draw from C dash, draw a line which is parallel to AC, and that would give us your triangle, right? And justification is with the same old. Actually, let's start off with copying the diagram. That is important. If not, going back and forth will be a headache. Okay, so let's start the justification. Now consider triangle. First thing is we need to talk about the ratios, is it not? AC dash B3. So here C B2 is parallel to C dash B3, and so we have B2 by B2 B3 is equal to BC by CC dash by BPT. and thus we have BC by CC dash is equal to 2:1. Again, you have to determine this by looking at B1 to B2, that is of length 2x, and B2 to B2 to B3, that is 1x. So the ratio is 1:2. Next is reciprocal. So we have CC dash by BC is equal to 1/2 by taking reciprocal, that is taking reciprocal. So then what else? Next step would be adding 1 both sides. So we have CC dash divided by BC plus 1 will be equal to half plus 1, that is 3.5, right? So LCM over here will give us BC dash by BC is equal to 3/2. Again, it's a repetitive thing, so let's directly write it, is it not? Because the LCM over here would be BC, so BC is of this length and CC dash is of this length, so this entire length is BC dash by BC, which is 7/2. That would be equation 1. Now consider triangle ABC and triangle A dash BC dash. So we have, as AC is parallel to A dash C dash, what does this imply? Triangle ABC is similar to triangle A dash B C dash with the help of A similarity criteria, and thus we have A dash B by AB, which is equal to BC dash by BC, which is equal to A dash C dash by AC, which is 3/2. How did we come to this conclusion? From 1, the first equation, and CPST, corresponding parts of similar triangle. So that would be your justification write up. So this is the logic. Again, please write this, don't miss this out. The perpendicular bisector is your altitude for an isosceles triangle. Not all the cases. This is an isosceles triangle, so we have marked and shown this. Then do have an idea about what you are doing, where and all you have to do marking and all of that. Now which denotes what and so on and so forth. Right? So this is as per denominator and this is the maximum. All of this you guys know. Then the steps of construction, we'll write an extra step so as to include the construction of isosceles triangle, just in case. Not too much of detail, that will be a lot, just this. Then we have the justification, and no, you don't need to draw the diagram. Let me pause over here. Yeah, you can copy this now. And this. Please enroll to our program at chalkpieceacademy.com, wherein we'll be teaching you a lot more tricks for faster simplification and calculation, DIY projects. We'll code with Python, we'll work with Arduino Uno. There are a lot more magic tricks and the physics behind it. They are printable materials which will help you recap and understand things better. We'll have live revision and doubt session 2 months before your term exams. It's very cost effective. There would be no ads or any kind of distractions, and we have a dedicated app to help you guys with this.